You can organize every drawer and still feel overwhelmed. The problem isn't just your systems. It's your starting point and how you think about things. If you don't know what your home is for, nothing will ever stay organized. If you're a mom who dreams of that homestead life you see on Instagram, but you feel like you'd need an extra 12 hours in your day to make it happen, along with another set of hands, then Simply Living Homestead is for you. Hi, I'm Amanda, wife, mama, and milkmaid. I've learned the secret to simplifying my time and homestead to make room for the moments that matter. If you're ready to get time back in your day, manage your home with ease, and train your children in the way they should go, grab your pitchfork and planner, friend. Let's get to work. Are you getting Simply Living Homestead's emails in your inbox? Each week we share encouragement and tips to help you run your homestead smoothly. You'll also be the first to hear about upcoming offers and maybe even see some photos of our baby animals in our farm newsletters. Go to simplylivingHomestead.com/newsletter to get signed up, or click the link in the description box below. Welcome back to the homestead. Today we're going to be jumping into organizing. We are going to be talking about how to organize your home. And today's topic specifically is about the purpose of your home before you organize, before you ever pick up that trash bag or box or try to go to an area and try and clean it out. This is one of the missing pieces for me that finally helped me to kind of see my house as a whole and be able to declutter and also organize so that it's actually functioning for my family. So let's go on a little journey here back to, I don't even know what year it was. Honestly, we're going to just go back to when I was a new wife. Well, that sounds good. Let's go there. And just thinking about, you're really excited I'm married, and I was really excited to start into keeping house and finding places for everything. And, it's like a giant dollhouse in a way. And things didn't really escalate at our first home because we had a lot of space and just two people, no kids, and, that felt fine. Then we had to downsize significantly. And when that happened, I had to do a deep dive into how in the world I can make spaces function for my family. And I ran into this theory from Cass from Clutterbug about micro and macro organization and visible and hidden organization, and how you take those two sets and combine them to have a unique way of organization that each person has. The way that I organize and the way that my brain kind of categorizes things and goes about things is quite possibly different from yours. And there are 4 groups of people, and how they organize matters. And then how you, the different people that's living in your home, their styles are going to combine to this meshing together of these styles so that it actually works for your family. And so in learning all of these things and just a bunch of the things that I've gone through in the last couple of years, I have come to call it zoning. Zoning your home and zoning my home, and figuring out how the home functions, flows, and moves so that it can actually be reset by the people that live there. The way that you zone your home and the way that you organize your home is very possibly going to be different than mine. You can't just get on Pinterest or Instagram and go, well, how did they organize their house? I'm sure that'll work for me too. It probably won't, because the best, most effective way of organization is to organize for the people who are inside your home. I realized that usable and resetting, the resetability, mattered way more than perfect. Our home is a launch pad. It's a landing place. So, and those are different. that it is both a launch pad and a landing place. And we're going to get into that today. The things that I'm realizing is that I needed to organize for safety, for rest, for nourishment, and for hospitality, for being able to send out my people into the world. So let's get into this and how this actually looks and how you can start thinking about your home in how it functions for your people. So I have three main points about the purpose of your home, how we can understand the role of your home, and so then your decisions as you are organizing and decluttering becomes clear. You understand the reason that you're doing it for. So, point one, your home is the center of everything that you do. Your home is a hub. Everything flows in and out of it. School, work, farm life, ministry, rest. If the hub is chaotic, everything else is going to feel harder. So the point here is that your home is the center of everything that you are doing. You are sending your people out and you are bringing people in. And this movement is all like taking place around the nucleus that is your home. And so taking care of it and understanding what those movements are in the season that you're in. You can't organize for all the seasons. You're going to organize for the season that you're in. But understanding how these things like move around the nucleus of your home is going to help you figure out what you need to prioritize as you are organizing. Okay, point two is the true purposes of the home is safety, emotionally and physically, nourishment, food, relationships, and faith, rest, recovery, and then your mission, your outward expression that your family gives to the world. We were not created to be stagnant individuals. We were created to be in community. We were created to be in this environment where we are receiving from others and we are freely giving to others. So if your home is not a safe place, both emotionally and physically, you're going to have problems. If you are not getting the different types of nourishment from your home that you need to be able to be a whole person, if you are not resting when you are home, like having an environment that you feel like you can relax in. I have been in other people's homes where I personally would never be able to relax. It's either way too clean and there's way too high of a priority on having everything in its perfect little place, or it's so cluttered that you can't walk through it. And for me, neither one of those scenarios are going to be relaxing. I'm not going to be able to rest in those environments. And when my own home starts falling one of those directions, I find that a lot of the other things start slipping as well. Providing food for both spirit, mind, body, and soul, that nourishment, it starts like taking a back seat because something else is like pushing forward. But when we think about all these purposes of our home, we can start looking at the spaces that are inside our home and asking, what's the purpose of this? What is this space trying to accomplish for my family? And how can I organize it so that it fulfills that purpose? All right, point 3 is organization should reduce friction. When you are organizing, when you are looking at these spaces and you are going, my home, like something is wrong in this space, or this is the purpose of this space, but like it's not happening. I call these pain points. These are the pain points in your home. These are the things that we're going to look at and we're going to say, what isn't functioning here? These are signals. They're not failures. I have a pretty strong belief, I suppose, in like emotions, don't they're not necessarily failings unless you're not actively trying to figure them out. But like emotions aren't necessarily a failure, they're a signal. So just like in your home, the things that aren't working right, they're not failures. And we don't need to be shaming ourselves for them. We don't need to be speaking poorly to ourselves about what we are trying to accomplish there. They are just simply a signal to say, hey, something isn't working right. There's friction here. There's a pain point here. These pain points, these friction areas show where systems aren't supporting the purpose. And so then you need to go back to, what was the purpose of this room? What was the purpose of my home? Why am I even doing this in the first place? And remember, perfection isn't the goal. Being able to function in your home, being able to support your people is the goal, not perfection. We're not trying to sit here and go, well, we need to have a Pinterest perfect home. Would love to have a home that, would look nice on Pinterest. But do those homes really function for the people that they were created for? Or are they a show home? And there's a difference, right? So this is a little rambly, but I kind of needed to talk about this so that we could set up for some of the other discussions that we will be having later this month. So if this even just tickled your brain a little bit, feel free to reach out. Ask me questions on email. That's the best place to reach me right now. I'm not really hanging out over on the social platforms. I'm over there, the Simply Living Homestead, but not really hanging out over there right now. We do have a Facebook community group where I am trying to hang out some and answer your questions. And so if you have a question, you can post over there too. But if this is tickling your brain a little bit, you're kind of vibing with what I'm throwing with you, make sure you're subscribed and you'll get the rest, you'll get the episodes that we drop once a week on Fridays. And we will be talking more about what we actually do when we discover these friction points, what we actually do so that our home is functioning in a way that we can reset it, that we can manage it well, that we can pair it with this time management that we talked about the last couple of months, that you aren't feeling like you're constantly tied to your home, that you can actually put energy into everything. You're not going to need a full house overhaul. Really, I doubt you will. And we just need to start shifting our mindset a little bit and thinking about our homes in this overall arching of, what is my home actually for? What am I using this space for? And is it functioning for the things that I'm actually using it for? So we will talk about more about this next week. But again, if you have any questions, feel free to hop over to our Facebook community or shoot me an email. Both of the links are down below there. So the last thing I want to talk about here is what your action step is. I always like to leave you at the end of the episode with an action that you can do today. So today, after you're done with this episode, don't go on to another one. Just stop for a moment and think and reflect and, maybe grab a pen and paper. Write down one sentence that defines the purpose of your home. Our home is a place for rest, nourishment, discipleship, and connection. Or, what are the things that are important to you? What are the things that are important to you? My family has a plaque on our wall that we have in our dining room so we can see it every time we're eating. And this is what we chose to write down. Now, this is a little longer than what I'm asking you to do. And if you want to see an actual picture of it, I will post a picture of it over in the Facebook community. Link is down in the show notes. But this is what it says. It says the Carlin family legacy is to live out a hospitable and peaceful marriage so that we can preserve the traditional skills that are passed down to us and inspire a thriving community. We promise to be creative, work hard, and help others every day while being forgiving, welcoming, and caring so we can fulfill our Carlin family legacy. So to wrap up, write your sentence down. Think about what the goals are that you have for your family. What are the things that are most important to your family? Write that down in a sentence and post it over in our free community group. Like I said, I'm going to post a picture of mine, and you can go and either comment under that post or create your own post. But I'd love to have you join us over there and have this conversation with us and read what others are saying about what their family's purposes and their home's purposes are. Organization starts with purpose. Your home is a launching pad and a safe landing place. When your home supports your family's mission, calm will follow. I invite you to join our weekly newsletter. It is packed full of encouragement, sneak peeks, tips, sometimes baby kitty photos, and just lots of things that can support you in your journey of time management, organization, and living this homestead rhythm with the encouragements. If this is tickling a little part in your brain, you're like, man, I'd like to talk to her more. I have coaching available. There's an hour that's paid, or you can just jump on a 15-minute exploration call and chat and pick my brain a little bit and see if you'd like to spend a little bit more time with us. Those links are down in the description box below. Until next week, friends, I hope you have a great week. Hey neighbor, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If so, would you take 30 seconds and share this episode with a friend who is knee-deep in their own homestead? Also, please leave me a rating or a review on Apple Podcasts. It thrills me to know that this podcast is helping you. Keep watching those sunsets, friend. I'll meet you back here on the homestead soon for another episode. See ya!